La-di-dum, la-di-da. Let's try to... All right.
A rich and expansive.
Okay. All right. Let me go and update some stream information here. So, already. I'm gonna be watching the complete Halo saga, basically. And get this up in full screen. Be watching this with me. Um, basically, I'm gonna try not to do any music during the stream or anything. That way, the VOD is good. Um, I'm gonna run through the story for Halo up until now. I do have the uh, Halo. I do have Halo Infinite fully downloaded and ready to go. We're gonna play that and jump into the story, but I don't know much about the story, to be honest, about Halo. I haven't played and beaten a Halo campaign since Halo Reach. Um, and before that, I beat ODST, and before that, I beat Halo 1. I didn't beat 2, I did play 2, I didn't beat 3, but I did play 3. Um, never played 4, never played 5. I played parts of the Master Chief Collection when it first came out, especially the anniversary Combat Evolved Anniversary Edition. I, I remember playing that with one of my friends when it first came out, and he had an Xbox One. But I don't know much about the story at all. I do know a little bit about the flood and the Spartan program and them replacing kids and stuff like that. So I'm gonna see about what I can retain from this video.
Halo has a rich and expansive storyline that's only getting longer, and we've arbitrarily decided to cram it all into 5 minutes, so we'd better get started. 5 minutes? Oh, God!
It's a
Alright, here
totally
we go.
22-minute
100,000
video.
years ago, humanity spanned the Milky Way galaxy, but there was a problem. An insidious parasitic life form known as the Flood spread to so many species so rapidly it was looking like they'd soon be the only players on the board. While retreating from the Flood, humanity encountered a planet occupied by Forerunners, a species led by a dude called the Didact and his wife, the Librarian. The Didact knows humanity, and he's not a fan. In fact, he finds them unworthy to receive the mantle of responsibility, which is a traditional role in the galaxy where advanced species look out for lesser ones. The Didact and Forerunners stole the mantle from an even older alien race called the Precursors by wiping them out. Hypocrites much? Anyway, there's a big war between the Forerunners and humans, who are both also being assaulted by the Flood, and the humans lose. The Forerunners de-evolve them and revert them back to caveman times as punishment, seeding an obscure planet called Earth with the human survivors of the war. But they still have the Flood to deal with. The Didact's plan are these fake planets called shield worlds, and an army of warriors called Prometheans made of the consciousnesses of Forerunner warriors implanted into synthetic bodies by a device called a composer. He gets outvoted though, and the Forerunners instead build an array of super weapons floating in space designed to wipe out all life in the galaxy at any time if need be in order to stem the tide of the Flood. These weapons are giant terraformed rings in space called halos, collectively known as the Halo Array. The Didact goes rogue when he's ordered to dismantle the shield world, steals the composer, and heads to Earth, intending to compose all the remaining humans to swell the ranks of his robot army. Incidentally, being a robot makes you immune to the Flood's parasitism, so he kind of has a point on that front. The Forerunners foil the plan plan with the help of the librarian, who sells out her husband, believing archival of every species in the galaxy is the way to go. Instead, read the Flood. The Didact is imprisoned on one of his own shield worlds called Requiem, along with his loyal Prometheans. Not sure why you'd bury Hitler with an army of loyal Nazi soldiers right next to him should he ever awaken, but okay. Meanwhile, the Flood continues to evolve and grow more intelligent, and the Forerunners build an AI named Mendicant Bias to help strategize against them. MB immediately decides to test the Halo array by wiping out all life on one random planet, Alderaan style, which doesn't bode well. Indeed, a Flood Gravemind, which are the things that represent the combined consciousnesses of millions of Flood, reaches out telepathically or technopathically to Mendicant and convinces it to turn evil. That means the Forerunners are up against the Flood and their own AI war machine, which renders the war essentially hopeless. As a last-ditch effort, the Forerunners build Installation 00, aka the Lesser Ark, which both stores the DNA of a bunch of species and pumps out new halos. It sits just outside the galaxy, so that even if the Halo array is fired and the Flood finally ended, the life stored there will survive. You know, like Noah's Ark. Although how Forerunners named their thing after something from our Bible long before the Bible was ever written, I don't know, but okay. The Ark constructs 7 halos, dubbed the Final Array. The Forerunners trigger it, etch-a-sketching the galaxy clean of life, then teleport clones of each species back to suitable planets to begin again. Humanity's portal opens on Africa, and Halo's history finally starts to match up with the actual history of humans on Earth. This is us. This is the line of humans we come from. Okay, so 2,500 years later, humanity has once again become a spacefaring species, not knowing that this is like the second or third time they've done that. While the Forerunner civilization lies forgotten and in almost complete ruin. Humanity, thinking itself alone in the galaxy, has its own problems. Colonies on the outer edges of human space feel oppressed by the older core worlds, and a civil war is well underway. Dr. Catherine Halsey of the UNSC forms the Spartan 2 project, a military operation that kidnapped a bunch of kids, replaced them with clones IRL so their parents wouldn't miss them, then subjected them to brutal experiments to turn them into hulking super soldiers. Originally intended to crush the rebels / fight terrorism depending on how you view things, the Spartans later became much more important once we made First Contact. And this time, First Contact would be with a race comprised of many races, all bundled together into a galactic army with nefarious goals and plenty of weaponry. This union of evil aliens calls itself the Covenant, and it's the Covenant invasion of a world called Harvest that sets all the events of the Halo series in motion. That's right. We just got to the content of one of the Halo games, specifically Halo Wars 1. This was all prologue, and I said it as fast as I could, and we're 4 minutes in. This is so okay, pushing forward. Halo Wars. So Covenant ships come and use plasma cannons to kill everything on Harvest and melt the soil into glass. It sucks. It turns out they targeted that particular planet because they lust for powerful Forerunner technology and artifacts, and a particularly juicy one lies buried on Harvest. It's a map, leading to the locations of dozens of other, also powerful Forerunner artifacts. The Covenant starts sweeping through the galaxy seeking these, wiping out any humans who happen to be on planets that they want to dig up. One human ship, the Spirit of Fire, under the command of Captain
Didn't mean to do that, but what I'm gathering, don't mean to interrupt the video, I'm also organizing my desk. What I'm gathering is I'm not trying to relate things to Mass Effect, but ancient race, destroying another ancient race, leading to a civil war. Got that much. But alright. Sorry about that. Alright.
James Cutter follows the Covenant fleet to a world called Acadia. While investigating Forerunner architecture there, Professor Ellen Anders is kidnapped by the Covenant and forced to activate a Forerunner dreadnought. That's because Forerunner tech, which they swiped from the precursors, is designed so that humans can activate it, but Covenant can't, since humans were the ones the precursors had intended to take over the mantle of responsibility. That's why you'll often hear humans referred to as reclaimers in the series. They're the ones who are supposed to reclaim the mantle. The Spirit of Fire shows up, Anders escapes, and there's a showdown on a shield world. The humans discover Flood infesting the world, so they detonate their own slip space drive to destroy the planet. This decimates the Covenant and prevents them from activating the shield world, which would have wiped out humanity.
It's crazy that Halo Wars has a As
their
involved story.
hyperdrive, the SOF will take thousands of years to get back to friendly space, so the crew all freeze themselves and are considered lost in action. Most of humanity remains unaware of the flood until a little later during the events of Halo Reach. In that one, the Galactic Civil War has advanced a pace, and now there's a Spartan 3 program. 3s are smaller knockoffs of Spartan 2s and aren't created by kidnapping kids. Nice. A squad comprised of some 3s and a 2 called Noble Team are sent to the planet Reach in 2552 to stop what they think is an insurrectionist plot, but which turns out to be yet another Covenant invasion of human worlds. Noble Team rescues Dr. Halsey, mother of the Spartan program, and fight to defend the planet, but soon realize the cause is lost. Halsey sends them to the ship Pillar of Autumn, along with a fragment of an advanced AI named Cortana. One of the Spartan 3s, June, escorts Cortana and the Doctor safely off planet while the rest of Noble Team dies in action. Sad. Halo Combat Evolved was the first Halo game ever released, and its story falls neatly into this spot right here. Fleeing the Covenant on Reach, the Pillar of Autumn makes a blind slip space jump and winds up near one of the Halo rings, known as Installation 04. Captain Key decides to activate a legendary Spartan 2 by the name of John 117, or Master Chief. Master Chief is ordered to protect the Cortana AI and flees from the Covenant as the Pillar of Autumn crash lands, ending up on the terraformed surface of the Halo ring world. Cortana leads John to the Halo's control room, where he uses the consoles there to try and locate Captain Key. Instead, he runs into the Flood, who have taken over most of the POA's crew. The Flood were held in captivity aboard the Halo, but the Covenant unleashed them by poking around. See, a bunch of the Covenant think that the Halos are religious artifacts and that they can transcend to paradise by activating them. Cortana and Master Chief then run into 343 Guilty Spark, a little sentient floating robot thingy that monitors the Halo installation. 343 tells them that the only way to wipe out the Flood on the Halo is to activate it, and helps them recover the activation index they need to do so. Right before pulling the ripcord on the Halo, Cortana discovers its true power, however, specifically that it'll wipe out all life in a 25,000 light-year radius.
Damn.
That's a big radius. Cortana sends Chief to detonate the Pillar of Autumn's fusion reactor instead, much to Guilty Spark's chagrin. The Chief finds Captain Key, who's been absorbed by the Flood and is midway through being turned into a grave mine, rips out his neural implant, and uses it to blow up the drive. As the Halo disintegrates like some donut Death Star, Master Chief and Cortana fly into the sunset, or space set, whatever. In Halo 2, Master Chief's well-deserved medal ceremony aboard a near-Earth space station is interrupted by Covenant forces, who appear out of slip space and seem to be surprised to find humans occupying Earth. John 117 helps lead a counter-assault, ultimately forcing the Covenant flagship led by the Prophet of Regret, a Covenant hierarch, to flee by going into slip space right on top of the city of New Mombasa, leveling it. Aboard a ship called the In Amber Clad, and under the command of Captain Key's daughter Miranda Keys, Master Chief and crew chase after, finding themselves popping out right next to another Halo. It turns out the Prophet of Regret intends to activate the ring to wipe humans off of Earth, so Master Chief fights his way onto the Halo to the Prophet and punches him to death. Bet he's got one more regret now. Just then, a flying Covenant capital city called High Charity appears and starts to blast the Halo with plasma cannons. On board the city ship, a whole other storyline is playing out. See, when a member of the Covenant is disgraced, they are sometimes given the title of Arbiter and sent on important suicide missions to redeem themselves. Think of them as the Covenant Spartans. The Arbiter we care about, called the Arbiter, accepts his new title and is sent to wipe out the Heretics, a Covenant splinter group that broke off when they discovered the truth about the Halo rings, namely that they aren't portals to heaven, but rather death loops of destruction. The Arbiter, who does believe in the religious nature of the Halos, at least for now, runs into Guilty Spark while defeating the Heretics. 343GS to the Arbiter is a great oracle and seer of religious truths. Just as 343 is about to disabuse the Arbiter of this notion, a Covenant brute commander appears and captures the little bot. That wraps up that mission, so the Arbiter returns to High Charity, only to find that the political climate has changed dramatically since the Prophet of Regret got punched to death. The Sangheili, the Covenant race of which the Arbiter is one, have been dethroned as the official guards of the Hierarch class and have been replaced by brutes of the same sort that captured 343. The Arbiter stays on as Arbiter, however, and is sent on a new mission, recovering the activation index for this latest Halo ring. He heads to the library where the key resides and captures Captain Keys to boot. That's 2 captured keys for those keeping track at home. Before the Arbiter can take possession, he gets ambushed by the same brute from before named Tartarus, who has in fact been ordered by the Hierarch to take him out and complete the dethronement of the Sangheili. Tartarus tosses the Arbiter into a hell pit, which in Greek mythology is also called a Tartarus, which is confusing, and he's caught by a full-grown Flood gravemind. At this point, the Arbiter's story intersects with Master Chief's, since Chief has also been captured by the same gravemind. The Flood convinces Master Chief and the Arbiter to work together, since all 3 of them want to keep the Covenant from activating the Halo. The Gravemind teleports our bad boys right to the Halo control room, where Tartarus is about to use the Index and Captain Key to activate the ring. The Arbiter kills Tartarus and they stop the Halo from firing, at least this time. But what's that? Unintended consequences. 343 Guilty Spark explains that aborting the firing triggered a system standby mode that allows all the rings in the Halo array to be fired remotely should they need to be from Installation 00, the Lesser Arc. That means even though this Halo isn't going to fire right now, the cosmic football has been fumbled and is live, and if the Covenant can leap onto the Ark before humanity does, they can really burn the galaxy down in a hurry. In the midst of all this madness, Master Chief also infiltrates High Charity, discovers a plot by the Prophet of Truth to attack Earth yet again, and makes the tough decision to give chase and save the world, even though it means leaving the Halo and putting the whole galaxy at risk. He leaves Cortana behind with explicit orders to detonate the in-amber clad, since that's the only way we seem to have figured out to blow up a Halo. He uses a fancy gravity catapult to shoot himself toward the Forerunner dreadnought the Covenant have been using as their flagship, and plans to commandeer it back to Earth. Meanwhile, the High Charity itself has been evacuated by the Covenant and completely taken over by the Flood Gravemind, who keeps Cortana captive in the systems of the ship. Okay, Halo 3. Woof. So, Master Chief plummets into Earth's atmosphere, yeah? And he gets found by the Arbiter and Sergeant Johnson, his pals from Halo 2, right? Well, they find out that the Prophet of Truth returned to Earth in order to find a portal to the Lesser Ark that the Forerunners placed under New Mombasa. He plans to go through it and activate the entire Halo array at once, which it turns out is why the Covenant came to Earth in the first place. A battle ensues, but the Prophet and some of his forces are able to slip through the portal, just as a flood-infested ship crash lands with a message from Cortana urging Master Chief to head to the Ark post-haste. The UNSC fleet, plus 343 Guilty Spark, who has nothing better to do, all head through the slipspace portal and arrive at Installation 00 with the Flood hot on their heels and in pursuit of the Covenant. The Flood, arriving aboard High Charity, quickly infests the Ark, which is good because otherwise you wouldn't have had as much stuff to shoot at during the game. The Prophet of Truth captures Johnson and uses him as a human key, activating the Halo array. But before it can fire, the Chief and Arbiter strike yet another uneasy truce with the Flood, fight their way to the Prophet of Truth, and choke him to death. Mixing it up. Choking. It's the new punching. Master Chief deactivates the array, saving the galaxy, and the Flood immediately turn on him because, in case you forgot, they're evil. 343, Master Chief, and the Arbiter all escape and discover the nature of the Ark on their way out the door. Realizing that the Ark generates Halos and that it's currently in the middle of producing a new Halo to replace the one destroyed at the end of Halo Combat Evolved, they form a new plan to activate the Halo while it's still way out here, near the Ark but away from the rest of the galaxy. This would kill all the Flood aboard the Ark but leave the galaxy unscathed. Solid plan. They save Cortana from High Charity, blowing it up and killing the Gravemind. Everyone evacuates the Ark except Master Chief Johnson, the Arbiter, Cortana, and 343. Guilty Spark wants them to wait until the Halo is complete before firing it, fearing it will shake apart and destroy itself if triggered too early. But Guilty Spartan Master Chief has different ideas, wanting to fire ASAP since the Flood Gravemind is already beginning to rebuild itself. 343 kills Sergeant Johnson for trying to activate the Halo early. Chief flips out and blows up 343's current shell and activates the ring. As predicted, the ring wipes out the Flood but also shakes itself apart, forcing Chief to dramatically flee to the ship Forward Unto Dawn. As the FUD disappears through a slipstream
Fucking
portal, the
Guilty
portal
Spark
closes,
killed
cutting
Johnson?
the ship in half, with the
No!
Arbiter back in Earth space and the Chief and Cortana adrift in uncharted waters. The Chief puts himself into cryosleep and awaits rescue. 2 years later, Halo 4 kicks off with Dr. Halsey being tried for her crimes. Remember, she kidnapped those children and made them super soldiers? Well, Cortana finally awakens the Chief because their ship has been boarded by Covenant. John and Cortana soon discover that the Forward Unto Dawn has drifted into Covenant space near the Shield World Requiem, where the Didact has been imprisoned this whole time. A Covenant faction calling themselves the Remnants are attempting to awaken him. Upon scanning Chief and realizing he's a human reclaimer and therefore capable of making the tech work, the Shield World automatically opens a big hole in its surface and sucks everyone in, destroying the Forward Unto Dawn. John 117 awakens on the inside surface of the Inside Out planet. It's like a Halo, but rounder. To make matters worse, Cortana starts acting weird and explains the AIs undergo an aging process called rampancy. They don't age and die, but they eventually become corrupted and essentially go crazy, which has begun in her case. Ouch. To save Cortana, Chief is dead set on getting out of the Shield World and back to Dr. Halsey, who he believes can help. Chief fights his way through the Remnants and the Didact's leftover Prometheans, finally reaching the Cartographer, a mapping system that reveals there's another UNSC ship nearby, the
Get that
Infinity.
fucking lower
They
deck
flew
shit
through
out
the
of
hole
here.
in the
Jesus.
Shield World and seems like their ticket out of here. Cortana and Chief attempt to warn the Infinity of the dangers, but can't make contact, and instead encounter a strange hovering metal object when they physically track down the signal they thought was the ship. Turns out, it's the Didact's jail cell, which then opens, releasing the ancient asshole and giving Halo 4 its main antagonist. The Didact quickly overpowers Master Chief and declares the return of Forerunner primacy in the galaxy. We'll see how that works out. After some more laser fights, Chief makes his way through Covenant and Promethean alike to arrive at the real Infinity, where he meets a Spartan 4 called Palmer and the ship's commanding officer, Captain Del Rio. The new game plan is to destroy the gravity well at the heart of the shield world, allowing the Infinity to jump away. Just then, John has a vision of the librarian, the Didact's wife, who betrayed him back in the day when he first went power mad. She explains the whole history of the Forerunners from the beginning of this video. That is, chronologically, this is when the player learned all the stuff about the Forerunners. Neat! The librarian explains that now that he's awake, the Didact's plan will certainly be to grow the ranks of the Prometheans by using a composer to trap the souls of all the humans in the galaxy. You know, that classic jam. She also does some whooshy magic that makes Master Chief immune to being composed. Double neat! Captain Del Rio notices that Cortana's showing signs of rampancy and orders her handed over for reformatting or whatever, which the Chief doesn't cotton to. Instead, he steals Cortana and a Pelican ship and goes rogue on a quest to slay the Didact. He follows the Didact's ship through a portal to Ivanov's station, where a composer resides. The Didact immediately uses said composer to turn the whole crew of the station into ashes, then speeds toward Earth, planning to burn us or make us into evil robots, with Master Chief hot on his trail. The Didact composes the entire population of New Phoenix, which is a city, before rapidly going rampant. Cortana helps Master Chief fight his way to the Didact's inner sanctum, where he dispatches the Didact with a well-placed Forerunner pulse grenade. The Chief then manually detonates a nuke to destroy the composer, and Cortana teleports him away from the blast and into near-Earth space, where he gets picked up by the Infinity. Sadly, Cortana, also bids her old friend goodbye and fades away to parts unknown. Ultimately, the UNSC blames the Covenant Remnant faction for New Phoenix, rather than the Didact, who seems to vanish. After a long time apart, Master Chief is finally reunited with his original squad, Blue Team, and they're sent on a mission to discover the origins of the composer, since it's such a threat. They ultimately discover the Composer's Forge, an installation that makes composers much like the Ark makes halos. And guess who's there, turning the crank and pumping out composers? That's right, our old disavowed pal, the Didact. Chief kills him again, for real this time, and Blue Team destroy all the composers and the Forge. But forget Halo 4. Halo 4 is gone now. Halo 5 Guardians starts in the year 2558, and Covenant attacks have only gotten worse since the Prometheans have rejoined the fight. A team of shiny new Spartan 4s, Fire Team Osiris, are sent to kill Jewel Madama, leader of a Covenant splinter group that have occupied a planet called Kamchatka, and host Dr. Halsey, who fled to avoid the outcome of her trial from the last game. They take back the planet, kill Jewel, and recapture Halsey, who warns of a much graver threat on the horizon and tries to leverage that intel to make a deal. While on the mission, Osiris also witnessed something disturbing: Covenant seemingly losing control of their Promethean Forerunner foot soldiers. At the same time, Blue Team and Master Chief are off fighting Covenant in another part of space when John 117 suddenly receives a cryptic mental message from Cortana: Meridian is next. So, once again against orders and doing what his rampant AI girlfriend tells him to, Master Chief goes rogue, this time taking Blue Team with him, and they all head to the planet Meridian. Fire Team Osiris, armed with immobilization devices, are sent after them. This leads to a confrontation in which Chief fistfights Locke, the leader of Osiris, and flips it on him, immobilizing him with one of his own immobilizers. Blue Team presses on. Ultimately, they discover the existence of yet another killer Forerunner tech, Guardians, giant neon Evangelion-looking angel robots designed to fly around policing the galaxy with their super weapons. The first Guardian emerges on Genesis, a planet with a connection to the Domain, which is the mysterious plane from which Cortana is operating. She claims that the Forerunners have cured her rampancy, but that's arguable because the new plan is to take control of the Guardians herself. See, she thinks she'll do a better job of guarding humanity humanity. Classic Cortana move. Fireteam Osiris traveled to Sanghelios, a Covenant homeworld, and helped the Arbiter put down remnant forces there in exchange for his help catching up the Blue Team. To do so, they hitch a ride aboard a Guardian, which carries them to the staging area on Genesis. Once there, Osiris encounter another Forerunner monitor, 031 Exuberant Witness, who's in the process of being remolded and just generally pushed around by Cortana. Not happy about that, 031 aids Osiris in reaching Blue Team, hoping they'll eventually kick Cortana out of Exuberant Witness's system. systems. The teams meet again, and Locke explains that Cortana is attempting to usurp the mantle of responsibility for herself. The Chief tries to talk her down, but she refuses, immobilizes Blue Team, and attempts to kidnap them. Fireteam Osiris recover Blue Team and return control of Genesis to Exuberant Witness, forcing Cortana to flee aboard another Guardian. AI across the galaxy suddenly start to pledge their allegiance to Cortana, but one AI, the control AI aboard the ship Infinity named Roland, remains loyal and makes an emergency slip space jump in order to escape her widening sphere of influence, because it's not a Halo game if it doesn't end with an emergency slip space jump that sets up the next game. This game ends with Blue Team and Fireteam Osiris meeting up again on Sanghelios, along with the Arbiter, Palmer the Spartan 4, and everyone's favorite walking moral gray area, Dr. Catherine Halsey. Technically speaking, the events of Halo Wars 2 come a little later in 2859. After 28 years drifting in space, the Spirit of Fire, remember the original ship with Captain Cutter and Alan Anders aboard, finally awakens. Upon doing so, they realize they've been forcibly transported to right near the Lesser Ark, old Installation 00. An aggressive Covenant faction called the Banished have occupied the Ark, and SOF forces begin a surface campaign against them while simultaneously trying to find a way to contact the UNSC. They finally realize that the Ark is currently mid-build on a replacement Halo. The new ring, called Installation 09, will inevitably teleport back to known space once it's complete, so the humans decide to hitch a ride when the time comes. In order to do so, they make their way to the control room aboard Halo 9 and disarm its weapon systems right before it jumps. Anders is left behind, and some of the Spirit of Fire's crew, but most are able to evacuate onto the ring in time. Unfortunately, rather than completing their ride back home, the ring is yanked out of slip space mid-jump by a Guardian. And that is the Halo story so far. As for the upcoming Halo Infinite, assuming it carries the same story forward, we've got to assume that pesky Guardian is under Cortana's control, and that Master Chief's attempts to cure her rampancy and prevent her from stealing the mantle will make up the main thrust of Infinite's story. That said, there are bound to be plenty of surprises along the way, and now you're properly primed for each and every one. Good hunting, Chief.
All right. Let me exit out of this shit. Actually, I'm going to exit out of that real quick and then get everything open in the background because we don't need Steam open. Going to be playing this through Xbox via Game Pass. Thank you, Xbox. All right. Well, we are so far caught up on the Halo story. If you missed the first like 25 minutes, was a full video of a recap of the Halo story, basically. Um, whew, my brain is scrambled from that. That was a lot of information. I'm gonna get the game up here. Whew. So basically, up to this point, Cortana has gone rogue, and probably controlling a Guardian, whatever that is. So let's play some Halo. Trying to get the game up. The Xbox version of the game always like, I don't know why it does this, but it does. Come on, come on. It's thinking about it. Oh, I'm kind of hyped though. That video is pretty good, even though the guy was kind of annoying. Halo! I did this earlier. I don't know why. Controller, come on. There we go. And here we are. Let's do it. Gonna run it on normal. I don't have any skulls collected. We're in here. We're in the Halo sphere. I might bump the settings up from what I've been playing with on multiplayer, just because it is a story mode. But I don't count on it. Shouldn't try to fuck with the game while it's loading the map. A late night Halo stream, or early morning. The Xbox version, I don't have a frame rate counter, so unfortunate, but eh. I'll probably get an unintrusive one if it's a big deal to me.
Would you humor me?
Right now.
If you knew how you were going to die. How would you live your life differently?
Oh. This is intense.
My name is Atriox, and I am the last face you will ever see.
Warning. Warning. Pressure building in lines 4, 17, and 33. Pressure building in lines 4, 17, and 33. Pressure building in lines 4, 7. Protocol accepted. Breach detected. Breach detected.
Damn.
Okay, Daddy's listening. Can you say hi? And show Daddy how big you are. Can you say so big? Good. And can you sing?
Mary had a
Good singing. How about I miss you
I miss you.
and I love you?
I love you, Daddy.
And good. And can you say I can't wait to see you again?
I can't wait to see you again.
Okay, now say bye bye.
Bye.
Damn. Okay, good. I can pause that. Yeah. I don't know the HUD layout of the game yet, so I'm just gonna try to get myself as far away, out of the way as possible. I'm gonna turn the game audio down just a little bit for you guys. All right.
This is UNSC Pelican Echo 216. Can you hear me? This is UNS.
This is dope.
Looks like the main power cells
Even
are
on the
fried.
lowest settings, this still looks really
Power
good.
shut down. Triggering survival mode. I'm going to try to overwrite.
See how it
Okay.
does during gameplay.
If you can hear me in there, I hope you're ready. Please don't die. Please don't die.
Yes, sir. Oh, nostalgia. Ooh, yeah.
Yes! 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 We're going home! Oh, welcome back, Chief. I rerouted what little power I had into your suit. I'm seeing a fault on the calibration matrix. At least I think it's a calibration matrix. Okay, follow the light. Look up. Now let's look down. That seems fine. Let's try right. And now left. Your visor feed and motor function seem to be operational. But it looks like there's a problem with the servos in your hands. Try moving it. Stay calm. You've been out there a while. I know I saw something.
Oh, man.
To check the diagnostics on your armor. Whoa, 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 easy there, big guy. You're not.
Status report.
Status report? What? There's something you need to see, Chief. We lost. Lost everything. There's nothing left for us here. I don't even know where here is. No, no, no. Not then. Not again. We need to run.
I need a weapon.
Weapon. This is all I've got.
It's enough.
Wait, what? What are you gonna do?
Improvise. Close the door.
Improvise. Oh man, Chief, Chief, a badass. Warship your Bracken. Oh, this feels like it looks like Doom, man. This looks like but cooler. Looks like Doom Eternal, but actually better and fun.
You have one bullet against an entire army. What can you do on your own?
I told you. It's enough.
So I see. No,
work on the batteries. I'll buy us some time.
The best parts of Doom and Dead Space and the original Halo.
I don't believe it. You made it.
Oh yeah.
Now what?
Scan, reveal your current objectives and their waypoints, along with nearby weapons, interactive objectives, and collectibles. Tips can be disabled from the UI settings of the game menu.
We can't go anywhere while that stasis beam is active.
Then we shut it down. Stasis beam, weapons, all of it.
But how will you get back?
I'll figure something out.
Eliminate? Chief, whatever you're planning to do, do it fast.
I am taking my time. And viewing the sights. I'm getting my most out of this free fucking game, Microsoft. And Echo 216, I believe is your name. Don't want to, I forgot your name. Very bad with names. So, pistol up there. Bunch of fusion cells or coils or whatever they're called in Halo Land. Ooh. See, now that's interesting. Shotgun up there. This. Ah! Ah! Okay, so it regens. Okay. Okay. And. Boom. Oh no. But this. I know there's gonna be like collectibles. I don't want to miss anything. Another pistol. Grapple shot, yeah. I've been playing the multiplayer for a couple weeks to get the grasp of the grapple shot. I don't wanna miss anything though, you know? And I don't wanna pull up a guide either. I kinda just wanna enjoy it and have fun, learn the game mechanics, because it's... I mean...
I think there might be a way forward up above.
Reach wasn't non-linear, but it was linear. As I think all the Halo games have been, this feels pretty... Go at your own pace with everything. It reminds me of Doom. It reminds me of Doom a lot. I've already been over here, but I don't want to miss anything. Yeah, so I can go grapple shot up there. Reactivate the stasis beam. Like the one person watching this, like, please just play the fucking story. My controller's vibrating, so I take that as death.
Look upstairs, Chief. Might be a route to the bridge up there.
The demon's alive! Green Man is here!
Nostalgia. Oh man, I hope I can't not go back. Yeah, I want to know what's up there. I'm fairly certain it's just the way in here. Yeah, I think I just came over here for nothing, but you gotta be sure. And I haven't seen anything that looks like a collectible yet, so.
We do not bow our heads. We do not kneel before
That hologram. It's Atriox. He led the attack on the Infinity.
together.
He was looking for something.
Has somebody let Atrioc know that he's a villain in Halo this year?
He killed everyone.
I know. We met.
Atriox showed us the way. Together, we are invincible. We are the banished.
Ammo crates. Refill kinetic ammo. Refill plasma weapon required. I remember having to roll on the vents in the first Halo. That was good.
No more lies. We stand together. Brothers to the end possible. We rise to save you, brother. We rise. Lick aside. We lost one.
Might ramp up the difficulty. Hey. Ooh, whoa.
Remember his example. We do not
Where are the collectibles? I feel like it would make the first one very obvious so you would know. I know how to get over there, motherfucker.
Sensor tower 334 damaged. Pull from the line.
Ooh, plasma damage, man. Ripping through my shields. Where they have to be.
Strikes attack. Drop phase 662. Commence final preparations.
Hard light. Hard light, and okay. Okay. Hard light is a cool name for the ammo. Definitely.
Dropships. An invasion force. How do we stand a chance against all this? The banished won already. We could be the only two humans left alive out here.
Then there's still hope.
Didn't like that. Ah, I was wondering when grenades were. You've collected an audio log. A UNSC audio log. Each one contains an audio file that can be played back in the database. Press X to acquire audio logs. Press and hold X to acquire and playback.
Good. Now for the rest of us. Rally up with your squad and get to the nearest pod, Marine. Move, move. Yes, sir. Fire Team Taurus, rendezvous with me at Bay 18. We're heading to the surface. Acknowledged. We're on the move. The rest of you Spartans, if you're not already off the Infinity, disengage and get to the lifeboats ASAP. Wait for one. We got a lot of personnel en route to Zeta Halo. What are you seeing out there?
Banished hardware's everywhere. In the skies and on the ground.
I've been streaming for like an hour and never tweeted out that I was
You
streaming.
heard her. Stay safe. I'll see you on the ground, Spartans.
We're with you, Griffin.
Let's get it done.
I am the idiot. Oh, cool. So I can actually drop shields too. Yeah, he could smoke me. Like, the fuck? Okay. Never done that in multiplayer because it seems kind of hard. Although sticking grenades to people and shit seems kind of hard, but once I get the challenge, I'm gonna do it.
Targets first. Incoming fire. Throw a grenade. Are you afraid to...
Folsom Banner. Oh, I think I did the wrong one. Do need to put the tweet out that I'm streaming at some point.
The hour approaches. Soon, the banished will stand victorious. Patriarchs, hear these words. Even from beyond this life, your will is served. Your forces occupy the ring. Within hours, it will be under our control. Humanity will cower before your legacy. They will burn. Their praise and defiance will be all but a memory.
Ha! Well,
We have a new problem.
no!
We need to get out of here.
I'm working on it.
Work faster. These pelicans nearly on board and the power's still out. Don't let them get me.
Who are you running at, motherfucker?
We got you now!
He took the hit. I don't like the Ravager. You're the one fucking hiding downstairs, broski. Meet me upstairs. Where the shit's popping off. Grenades already. Something is beeping. I don't know. I can't remember if it's the same beep for an audio log or not. Well.
It is with a heavy heart that I must accept that Atriox, my greatest achievement, is lost to us. In his wake stands the greatest army ever assembled, a force fueled by fury. His spirit burns in the heart of the banished. It is years since he sought my counsel when we planned the revolt against the Covenant. His words, even now I feel them in my heart. We will never kneel again.
Sorry to cut that
Slow
off.
it down. Requires a hack.
Okay. And you can do that?
No. New plan.
Very doomed.
Scuttle the ship.
You are going to destroy this ship? With us in it? I'm going to die here.
Not if we have a way off, buddy.
There are cooling pipes running towards the main engines.
So?
I'm gonna warm things up.
seem to happen.
I'm not done yet.
Well, hurry. I can see them. Brutes. The little things. All waiting.
Grunts.
Don't let them get me, please.
First death! First death!
Well, hurry. I can see them. Brutes. The little things. All waiting. Don't let them get me, please.
Get ready.
Okay. Fire up those engines, Chief. Maybe we'll survive.
Fuck. I am turned around.
Report. The Spartan. No. Something better. The Master Chief returns. We thought you dead. Tossed into the void. Yet here you stand. Humans call you their savior. Covenant. Demon. The banished. Prey. Destroy this craft if you must. It matters not. The banished will hunt you down. Pursue you wherever you run.
Who is that? Do you know him?
No.
Well, he knows you. He knows all about you. You need to hurry and get back here. I don't know how long this ship will hold together.
Ah, shit. Supposed to be heroic about this, and I'm fucking. Oh!
destruction will be enough. Victory is already ours. So, run, Spartan. We will meet. Structural integrity at 27%.
Are you? The Pelican's surrounded. They're... Oh god, they're trying to get in.
On my way.
Bro, how do you can't save this? You can't save that. Why did it let me survive all the way down there? You couldn't save that. There was no way I could save that.
Are you? The Pelican's surrounded. They're... Oh god, they're trying to get in.
On my way.
Sounds like the guy that does Agent 47, but I can't tell.
What was that? He felt bad. Even the banish seemed rigged. We are running out of time.
Batteries.
Charging. Slowly. I don't know. It's gonna be close. Too close. Okay, so 90 seconds till full charge. I hope this place holds together that long. Charge faster! Chief, you still with me?
I'm here.
Okay, give me a second. I'm coming to get you. Welcome back, Chief. Okay, let's get out of here.
Pretty good opening act, I'll admit. Played a bunch of first-person shooter campaigns this year, actually. Pretty good opening act. Definitely better than Far Cry. And by all means, Far Cry 6 is not bad. It's just Far Cry.
Locate UNSC Infinity.
UNSC Infinity. Class. Supercarrier. Crew size. 7,150. Not found.
Near field perimeter scan.
1,986. UNSC tags detected.
Status.
Deceased.
Alright, well, Take a quick second, real quick. Sorry to interrupt story stuff. Be right back. Make some food. Some food. All right.
The Master Chief lives? Atriox assured us of his death. Are you not angered? No. I feel invigorated. You promised us revenge, superiority, renewal. He threatens everything. Do you question my leadership? Atriox's vision. Atriox is dead. It is his fault that we are stuck here. The banished will never bow to anyone again. Not the Covenant. Not the province. Not her.
Cortana.
This ring will be operational. Please. Then you will have your revenge. Blade Master. Follow Spartan from a distance. I want to know everything about him.
A lot of things in play here.
Armor-link connection requested. Accept. Encrypted message found. Read. Attempting decryption. Decryption failed. Locate message source. Triangulation in progress. Triangulation in progress.
We're done, right, Chief? If we stay out here any longer, they're gonna come back. They'll find us, and they'll kill us. What is it you're searching for?
Match found. Signal located. Waypoint uploaded.
There's nothing there. You're looking in the wrong direction. We need to go home.
Plot the waypoint.
Requesting manual flight control override.
Do it.
Autopilot engaged.
Wait, what? Are you kidding me? Why would we go down there?
The Banished plan to wipe us out. All of us.
What? You think we can stop them on our own? I told you. We lost. We need help, not heroics.
No. We do our duty. Protect humanity, whatever the cost.
I can't be the only...
Entering atmosphere. Autopilot disengaging in 5.
We have a new mission, soldier.
4.
What is it? What's down there?
3.
A weapon.
2.
A weapon? How many guns do you need? What is wrong with you? Remind me to never pick up a Spartan. This is a terrible idea. They're coming for us. All of them.
We're right back into it.
Incoming, all directions. It's not safe.
Pull back.
Okay, okay. Heads up.
Yes, I'm going
Lots
to
of
keep
Spanish
doing
craft
that.
heading your way.
Dumb. Gotta shoot you, buddy. Get there.
No, the fight is the other one. I'll hear
More reinforcements. This weapon of yours must be worth it.
The game looks really good.
This whole place looks
Pretty
like
low
it's dying.
settings. I have adjusted my settings over for multiplayer, and I play
clinging to
just
life
for
somehow.
game's sake, performance sake.
How is that possible?
All those
Each ring
settings.
is different.
The resolution's going down.
I see an entry point
Even
in the
then,
wall ahead.
Get in there.
The game
Find
looks
this
really
weapon.
good. I don't have a frame
And
per
we
second
can go.
monitor up, but
Right?
I know we're playing above 60. I'm going to keep doing that. And I know the minute that I go and remap it, like, I'll mess up in multiplayer. It just makes more sense for my grenades to be
They're
over
still
there.
coming. You really pissed them off
My
back
utility, because it's my left wrist. I guess that's why I'm associating.
there. Look at this
Even though
place.
the button prompt is
It's beautiful. And broken. Very, very broken.
I don't think we
I
found
need
the
to
scroll
move.
in the first
There are
level.
battleships everywhere.
And if somebody catches just a modern place, or watches the bottom, who wants to just see the haters like, I can end up chopping these spots up and a series I can upload on YouTube. I can totally do that. I don't know why my series went off in here. Halo loading. Where are you? Spin him back elbow. Damn.
If you knew how you were going to die, how you feel how
It's trippy with headphones on.
going to die.
My controller is not working for some reason. Mouse's keyboard's working. Another day in the life of what the fuck, Halo? My controller has become unresponsive within game. Completely. Well, that I don't know how to fix. I hate to pause the stream, but I don't. Come on. Alright, it looks like we're back. I've got my own personal FPS monitor now. I don't have it up on stream because they're
Locate UNSC Infinity.
UNSC Infinity.
shitty.
Supercarrier. Crew size 7,150. Not found.
Near field perimeter scan.
1,986. UNSC tags detected.
Status.
Deceased.
The Master Chief lives? Atriox assured us of his death. Are you not angered? No. I feel invigorated. You promised us revenge, superiority, renewal. He threatens everything. Do you question my leadership? Atriox's vision. Atriox is dead. It is his fault that we are stuck here. The banished will never bow to anyone again. Not the Covenant. Not the Prophets. Not her. This ring will be operational. Please. There. You will have your revenge. Blade Master. Follow Spartan from a distance. I want to know everything about him.
Naturally, the red plasma looks like the hell energy, so I'm gonna associate it with Doom. Excuse me. Sorry, just doing a controller check.
Connection requested.
Accept.
Encrypted message found.
Read.
Attempting decryption. Decryption failed.
Locate message source.
Triangulation in progress. Triangulation in progress.
We're done, right, Chief?
If it does it again, I'm
We
just
stay
gonna
out
swap to
here
my
any
wired
longer, they're gonna
controller.
come back. They'll find us and they'll kill us. What is it you're searching for?
Match found. Signal located. Waypoint uploaded.
There's nothing there. You're looking in the wrong direction. We need to go home.
Plot the waypoint.
Requesting manual flight control override.
Do it.
Autopilot engaged.
Wait, what? Are you kidding me? Why would we go down there?
The banished plan to wipe us out. All of us.
And what? You think we can stop them on our own? I told you. We lost. We need help, not heroics.
No. We do our duty. Protect humanity, whatever the cost.
I can't be the only...
Entering atmosphere. Autopilot disengaging in 5.
We have a new mission, soldier.
4.
What is it? What's down there?
3.
A weapon.
2.
A weapon?
1.
How many guns do you need? What is wrong with you? Remind me to never pick up a Spartan. This is a terrible idea. They're coming for us. All of them. Incoming, all directions. It's not safe.
Pull back.
Okay, okay. Heads up. Lots of vanished craft heading your way. This weapon of yours must be worth it. This whole place looks like it's dying. Like it's clinging to life somehow. How is that possible?
Each ring is different. I see an entry point in the wall ahead.
Get in there. Find this weapon. Then we can go. Right? Be careful. They're still coming. You really pissed them off back there. Look at this place. It's beautiful. And broken. Very, very broken. I need to move. There are banished ships. Everywhere.
I missed the plasma rifle for real. Classic plasma rifle was shit. And the SMGs, man. Lasers. Shit. I'm dead. That caught me off guard. Huh.
on this battle.
What are those things? This is Forerunner, right? I've heard the stories, but man, this is crazier than I imagined. Dumb question. How do you know this isn't a trap?
I don't.
Great. I hope this weapon of yours is worth the risk. I'm reading multiple enemy ships heading this way. Too many. We're running out of...
It's been 6 months. Where have you been?
What happened? Where is Cortana?
The rogue AI known as Cortana is gone. She's been deleted.
How? By you?
Of course not. Did you hit your head or something? Don't you remember? My instructions were to enter this installation, imitate Cortana, and lock her down for retrieval. Yours were to take her back to the Infinity for deletion. So if it wasn't you... Okay then. There's something else. On successful deployment, my deletion routine was supposed to complete. Still here.
Good.
Good. My programming failed. I'm not supposed to be here. You need to delete me.
No.
No. I was created for one purpose, and that purpose is no longer needed. My mission is over.
We have a new one. The Banished are planning to fire this ring. We need to make sure they don't.
First of all, what's a banished? Second, you may have noticed that a significant piece of this installation has been damaged, making that impossible. And third, to fire this ring, they would need an activation index. Cortana had the index. I had parts of it as well.
Something stopped your deletion. We need to find out why.
But this wasn't the mission.
The missions changed. They always do.
Are you sure?
Did you do that?
No. Removing me triggered a response from the ring. I need you to understand. There's not much time.
If you knew how you were going to die,
If you knew how you were going to die,
how would you live your life differently?
how would you live your life differently?
That voice. It's Cortana's.
No, it's not her. Just dust and echoes.
What did you say?
What? It's just pieces of data cycling until they run out of power. It's all around us.
Today, I was called an emotionless automaton. They saw the faces. 75 healthy subjects, handpicked by me, perfect for the program. They will not all survive. I understand that and have made peace with it. Mostly. There is one subject that I find myself hoping does live through this. He is perfectly suited for what is coming. He has been assigned a number. 117. 7.
something up ahead. I can feel it calling out to me.
Gonna find that human. What if I don't want you to find him? Save me!
Not me!
These are the banished.
Affirmative.
They smell even worse than I imagined.
You can smell them.
Well, an array of sensors in your armor can, and I analyze the input. You smelled fine, by the way. Look, over there. That's the source.
The bridge is out.
Yes, it is. Maybe there's a way to power it back up nearby. They'll pair you with another AI. Maybe even another Cortana model if Halsey lets them. It won't be me. You know that, right?
Is it safe?
I think so. Yes. It's safe. This is part of me. I don't know why. I don't know how, but it is me. It was the last part I remember being deleted. Let me just... You are here because you were chosen. Our enemies are getting smarter and more numerous every day. What I am about to show you will help turn the tide of war. I have been working to harness the strategic power of a shipborne AI onto the battlefield. Are you ready?
Yes, Dr. Halsey.
Unlike previous AI models, she will reside between your mind and the suit, directly communicating with your neural interface.
Think of her as a new set of eyes to aid your reactions and upgrade your reconnaissance. She's not the driver, but a way to level the playing field.
What do I call her?
Ask her. She named herself. Hello, Master Chief. I'm Cortana.
Together, you become our newfound hope. Together, you become our key to humanity's survival. She will do anything necessary to make sure that your mission is accomplished, even if that means sacrificing herself, or you, to accomplish it.
What happened? I touched it and...
Was that real?
The detail of Chief holding
just
the gun
data.
that I was is really good.
It's just here. Clusters of recursive code. But this, on the other hand, this is the framework I use to trap Cortana. It contains a copy of the activation index, at least fragments of it. What should we do with it?
Do we need it?
Well, based on what you've told me so far, the bigger question is, do the Banished need it?
Do it.
something. Let's go.
What up?
Did I miss something? There's a file that's been unlocked, but I don't have access.
We need a route out of here.
Okay, let's see. There's a breach close by. It should lead us to the surface.
How you feeling? Just tell me whenever you need more icy hot shit, bro. You going to bed right after you get off? If you want to watch a movie, I'm down. You can always nap on the couch again. This is pretty fucking interesting.
Give me a second, and I'll get this bridge
how's Pokemon?
activated. We've got
Yes.
company, Chief. Meet me at the plinth up ahead.
Surprise, human!
The controller randomly stopped working, which led me to find out something pretty weird about the Xbox app on PC. I looked online, I looked myself, I searched my computer. I cannot find any game file for the Xbox game like that. Because you can add non-Steam games to Steam, which is what I was going to do to get my frames per second monitor. Instead, what I did is just got a cheap one that won't appear on my stream that I can make sure that it's running at a good frame rate or whatever. But I can't, and nobody online can seem to find where the files for the game. I looked and I looked, but it doesn't look like you have the permission to do it via Xbox. Like, it looks like they locked the permissions down. Yeah, it's really weird. There's also supposedly collectible skulls in these levels. I ain't seen shit, man, and I've been calling these levels like it's fucking Doom. 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 When does I know there's like one more quarter milk left.
Wow, you got here fast. Not the type to waste any
I mean, I used the
time,
hotel's
huh?
money and wrote it down.
Noted. Let's go.
Yeah. I mean, me and you will use it for stereo. Yeah, I'm only gonna stream another mission for until like 5. I'll be down there. Huh? What's up? I would be back home depressed. I am truly grateful.
Harmonious has found the object. Even in my darkest moments, when I feel the most lost, Atriox is
If anybody out there is thinking of visiting Colorado, suggest it, especially during the off-season. The winter months can be a little rigidly cold, but you know, like that up in the mountains. But the off-season in summer is beautiful. It's beautiful. Why would there be a step?
Atriox, hear me. Your will
This is
absolute. The banished. Your soul eternal.
Oh no.
What's wrong?
This gravity lift should be powered up. We need to find a way to bring it back online.
a skewer? You were planning to kill me.
This object, it's part of the ring's life force. It's called a power seed.
I like the little
All
Zelda
space,
tone.
all time. Swelling, serving their longer
Let's see if this will work for bigger enemies and one-hit kill in multiplayer. I don't know how it's going to be in single player, but we shall see. We shall
Chief,
see.
stop. How is that a Spartan? We need to find out what happened.
Yeah? Noble?
She was carrying an enhanced shield module.
Cool, they have upgrades going on.
Let's see what I can find out about her. Accessing. This is Spartan Bonita Stone, recon specialist. Her vitals have been offline
The
for
blue look
nearly
like
a
the
month.
noble.
Cause of death was an energy blade, but different, stronger. A single strike. She never saw it coming.
The enhanced shield core increases the amount of sustained fire your energy shield can absorb before breaking. Upgrade by installing Spartan cores. Oh man. Oh, that's it's kind of like Titanfall. Oh, I love it. That's sad though. She got hit with the red plasma sword, red energy sword.
We're here.
Guess
That
we'll have to know
elevator
why
should
those
take us to the
things
surface.
aren't in multiplayer. Ooh, baby! Love these firefights, man. I missed Halo. Station Road, whatever. The free-to-play multiplayer is cool too. I was not gonna be playing the multiplayer today, just playing this right now. But I will say the quick play option only, and comparatively, I have seen experience from Halo 5 where you're able to pick Slayer. It confuses me. The no loadout, I guess is cool. I've gotten kind of used to it, but I'm really hoping where I can start picking my game modes.
Look for a control terminal.
I hate playing
This
capture the flag,
elevator's drawing power from the ring.
and
Well, it was. The seed is missing.
there you go, power seed. I hate playing capture the flag, a lot. One flag is fun. I would play the one flag like willingly, but
What are these things?
Genetic repositories. Forerunner storage vessels. Silexes.
How do you know this?
I was stuck in that room for 6 months, surrounded by them.
it's
Let's just say
different
they talk
life.
a lot.
This is Combat Medic Lucas Browning. If you find this, you need to understand. They forced me to help them with it. Whatever it is. They brought it up from whatever's below. When it opened, God, it was something different. I've never seen anything like it. You need to believe me. It's not my fault.
I'm glad that
Get
Fuck.
that cradle powered up.
got to come back. ODST, that's really cool. Oh no, it was what I was walking by. I was like, is it this one? Let's get this elevator going.
This isn't Forerunner. It identifies as banished.
Can you operate it?
In my sleep? Not that I sleep, but... Oh! I don't need to. It's already on its way down.
I don't know how I feel about the new AI, honestly.
Incoming.
But what if it's a friend?
I don't think it's
It isn't.
permanent, but the yellow do. That gun looked tiny.
Escherum's orders are that you should be brought before him. He did
Dude,
not
you need a bigger
specify
fucking gun.
in how
God
many
damn.
pieces.
You need a bigger fucking gun. Oh yeah, we're gonna take care of you real quick, buddy. Oh, good dodge, Rooney there. This dude sucked. Oh, I do too. His henchman got me, but he took like 3 shots from a skewer. He fucking sucked, man. Where's one? Take care of his fucking goons. Where are you? Where? Okay, so his shield regenerates. That could make the fight more interesting. Oh! Okay. Okay. He took 3 shots the first time. The second time he's gonna be bad, motherfucker. Oh, gotta make it count. Got like a Hydra? Ah, but I had that heat wave.
You were right. He was not friendly. By the looks of him, he was some sort of leader. They called him Tremonius.
Not anymore.
Bitch
That's
ass
almost
he is.
funny.
Just trying to be cute and shit. You ain't Cortana. You ain't Cortana. Don't even think about it. I know I need to get on the elevator, but damn, like, look at all this boss arena we just didn't use. I feel like he had more than 2 soldiers the first time. Like, way more. Yeah, there's so much shit down here, man. That's funny. Didn't pay off to be searching up here at all. My controller just vibrated weirdly. Thought that'd be key that a secret is nearby, but apparently not. Just the game bugging. Is it not already reloaded? It's weird. Alright, well I guess I still didn't find any skulls. I'm trying really hard to look for the...
Multiple banished craft are converging on your location. They're coming for you.
Sierra 117. Understood.
I've been trying to reach you. You vanished. I thought I was on my... Okay, I got your location. On my way. Be ready.
Yeah, didn't find any skulls. Unfortunately. You've acquired a Spartan core. These valuable Mjolnir components are used to upgrade equipment. Access upgrades in the campaign menu to install cores. I'm gonna regret dropping the Hydra, but damn,
Another Silex. But this one's open. What do you think was in it?
Another problem.
Why so cynical? It might be something good.
Trust me, it won't be.
sorry, I'm moving through all this stuff pretty quickly. Oh! What, excuse me? What kind of game are we getting into here? I wonder. Let's go with the shield upgrade for now.
How do we get out of here?
Terminal, over there. Just give me a second. I should be able to get control from here.
So Tremonius has fallen, a victim of the Master Chief's might. Do not fool yourself. He was not the best of the banished, not by any measure. It occurs to me that we have not been introduced. I, of course, know of you, Spartan. Your legend, the fear you inspire is admirable. The hope you stir in the hearts of your kind. Misplaced. I want you to know my name, too. To know my legend.
Good voice acting.
How else will you beg me for mercy? I am Escharum, War Chief of the Banished. This is my world now. And you have little time remaining in it.
more monsters coming to kill us.
You're gonna need to clear me somewhere to land.
Incoming.
We're gonna back that down just a little bit more. Man, the world, damn it! I'm dropping frames like a motherfucker because the world opened up. I think you're supposed to wait until it tells you to check the tac map for the first time, but damn, like that, like this motherfucker opened up. It's a waste of ammo. Ooh, the frame lost. Fuck, I need a weapon. Fuck.
So hot.
I still have no ammo. Oh god, I need a weapon. I need a weapon. I'm saying the line and I'm not finding a gun.
You warrior, you take me.
Pick up a fucking sniper rifle.
That's the last of them.
Is it safe?
Is anything? Don't Don't answer that. If you can find me somewhere to hack in, I think I can guarantee this base will be safe for your friend to land.
You know, lockers can multiplayer can capture FOBs for plenty of lockers and surround tag map. Few and equip items in the armor hall. Obelisk stone, Mark 7 armor coating. Okay, you unlock the multiplayer cosmetic. Okay. You know what the fuck this looks like? Destiny. Is there anything else we can do in here? I don't think there is, but like, struggling. That seemed to do something. So this is kind of open world?
Let me see. The Banished are using a modification of the Covenant's BattleNet protocol. Pretty easy to push through, and done. I've removed this location from their system. We're safe here.
LZ secure.
I know you guys won't see much frame loss because I got the stream only at 30, but
Oh, solid ground. As good as this feels. Please tell me we can go. Did you find the weapon you were looking for? Can we go?
Hi.
What the?
Huh?
Cortana. But she... This is all her fault.
no.
It isn't Cortana.
Listen,
Helen,
But it's classified.
permission granted.
I was created by Dr. Catherine Halsey to mimic this installation's security to trap Cortana for deletion. I was successful.
Cortana's no longer a threat. And now she's going to help us stop the Banished.
that voice
Of
is...
course she is.
I think I'm with you. I didn't even know what a Banished was an hour ago, and even I can see the odds aren't great.
Yes. Yes, you should listen to her. You're gonna get us all killed.
Oh, this is fascinating. You're trying to survive, but I was programmed to die.
Really? One person with a death wish wasn't enough.
No, I was just figuring what I'm supposed to... Wait. I'm picking up a UNSC distress signal.
Location.
The source is 4 kilometers from here. Here is the distress signal's point of origin.
Yeah.
This is our current location. This was, until 2 minutes ago, a Banished forward operating base. I say was because now it's ours.
Chief, what is she talking about?
Now, here's the cool part. There are more UNSC forward operating bases that have fallen into Banished hands. Well, paws. They have paws. Each one is associated with a territory. Here is the location of the UNSC signal I've been tracking, and here are 2 more fobs.
Okay.
Mark it. Let's go.
Let's go. What? There? Siempre hay algo contigo. Déjame en paz, por favor. Ready and waiting, Chief. Get on board and we can... You're messing with me, right? First you say you want me to follow some signal. Then you leave me here waiting. Well, go ahead. It's not like I have anything better to do.
What is an open world if you cannot explore it?
Our great victory at the human stronghold is complete, Tremonius.
See?
You led our forces well. Atriox would be proud. To mark our triumph, local forces will begin at once to establish a new outpost. The first of many on the hallowed ground of our new home. We will build this fortress in the very shadow of their failure. A monument to their frailty and cowardice, where so many of their kind were cut down. Escharum has decreed it be named in your honor, Tremonius, so that it may inspire other leaders to do what you have done. All that remains of the humans are scattered remnants, and so the hunt carries on until the last human skull is crushed. Thanks to your efforts, that day is rapidly approaching.
Get on with the story. Play the story. I want to explore. There's a fucking spanker right there. I didn't even see it. Ah! Tis crazy. Oh god. It's crazy. I can only carry 2 weapons. But it gives it a different dynamic than Doom would have. Very much so. But it's still, I mean, I don't know how to feel because you have this whole full the open world element, which is weird. Like this part just right here, the blown part in this ship hole like reminds me of Destiny. Like there's nothing you can do in here besides like grab this skewer, but it looks like the start of a Destiny level, and that's cool. It's a full ship. Guess it's Infinity. I don't know. Could not be. I could have. Fuck. I've been paying attention a long time. Continue mission. So it's not fully open world, I guess. Go to the different areas or whatever. But it's still in hit. I mean, it's different than I expected it would be. I was expecting a full, like, fully linear experience, like completely linear. Um, I'm impressed with it, honestly. As someone that hasn't played Halo in a long time, it's really fun. Um, I wish I had an Xbox to play it on, where my experience could be fully fleshed out and consistent. Because I'd very much enjoy the open world if I could play it at a locked frame rate that was going to be on the console, because I'm only dealing with 8 gigs of RAM, and I do need to upgrade that. But I want to thank everybody for stopping by. This is going to do it for me today. I'm definitely going to come back sometime. This VOD will be available on demand for a couple days for you to watch the first part of it. There's a story recap at the start for the entire Halo story, as well as about 2 hours of gameplay, and then a 10-minute break and some diagnosis problems with the game. But I want to thank everybody for stopping by, and I'm really enjoying the game. You can get it free through Game Pass day one if you're thinking about playing it. I believe it's worth it alone, $59.99, or you could pay for the Game Pass subscription for a month and play the game, and I think that's very much worth it. I'm interested to see what I got from the story. Because that's dope. That's the platinum anniversary. I got that from playing the story. That is really cool. That'll be your 10 rye armor right there. Got George's set on. That little weapon charm you can get from buying some of the Mega Bloks Connect sets. Mega Connect. Fun to put together if you want to do some Lego stuff. But yeah, get 20 levels of the Battle Pass left in a season that ends on May 2nd, so 144 days. You get a whole campaign left to play. Man, Halo's looking good. Halo's looking good. But yeah, thank you so much.